Coming up on Fulton Today, Fulton's HIV elimination team asked residents for input on the county's strategy of ending new cases of AIDS by the end of the next decade.
I'm Brian Robinson. The deadline to pay that Fulton County tax bill is rapidly approaching. I'll tell you how you can pay and who has to pay by next week.
And celebrating 40 years of enhancing the lives of Fulton residents through the arts. That and much more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Property owners, listen up. It's time to pay that Fulton County tax bill. Now, the due date for the City of Atlanta residents was last week, and the date for Fulton County residents comes next. FGTV's Brian Robinson joins us now with more on this story. Brian?
Shania, Fulton residents have until next week to pay up, and according to the tax commissioner, it took a major effort from his team to make that date possible. As the deadline approaches, more residents will start making their way to the government center and through these doors that lead into the tax commissioner's office to pay their tax bill, a deadline that Fulton's tax commissioner and his team worked hard to meet.
For the last 2 years, we were very late, and being very late is very stressful on the organization, and I was determined to get things back on track.
That determination and a ruling from a DeKalb County judge allowed tax collections to proceed despite issues with the county's tax digest.
We didn't get the digest approved, but we got a temporary collection order, which made it possible to bill in time for getting that 10/15 due date for Fulton County.
The money that's collected from tax bills helps the county, its cities, and the school board function properly. A later due date could have resulted in an interruption of services. Residents can pay their tax bill online at the government center or at one of these 4 other locations. Now, the only city with a different due date is Johns Creek. Residents there have until October 31st to pay their bill. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Brian Robinson.
Thank you very much, Brian. Meanwhile, Fulton leaders are using some of those tax dollars to upgrade facilities of one of the most widely used services. Yes, we're talking about those senior centers. Now, the Department of Senior Services Director, Ladisa Onilagu, she is here now to explain exactly what is happening. Ma'am, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's talk about the needs for, I guess, new furniture at some of those senior centers.
The need is very important. Some of our furniture dates back to the time the facilities were actually constructed. So it was important for us to bring a fresh new look to our facilities, but not only aesthetically pleasing, the furniture has durability, safety components that are very important to our customers.
And exactly what kinds of renovations are going on?
There are a lot of renovations occurring through the Senior Surge project. Carpet installation is another very important upgrade that we're making to our facilities. We keep trip hazards and risk avoidance in mind. We've also installed remote gates at our multi-purpose facilities. We've built new data closets at the neighborhood senior centers to make sure that our facilities are now on the Fulton County network. Painting, lighting upgrades, and a host of many other projects are underway.
And Ladisa, you know, folks always want to know, where is the money coming from? Can you talk to us about the funds that are being used for these projects?
A total of $2 million in capital funding was allocated by the Fulton County Board of Commissioners, and we'll receive an additional $2.9 to continue the work. The funds help us to address the question, what is mission critical to this project? And the answer is customer service and programming. So we're very grateful for the investment made by the board, which will help us to modernize our facilities and deliver world-class customer experience.
And share the reaction from seniors and from staff.
If I think about the host of upgrades that are occurring, whether it's blinds in a multi-purpose hall or carpeting, lighting, equipment, the new servery line at Darnell, we're anticipating a very good response from our customers. Staffing is already seeing the upgrades and are very appreciative So overall, it's a very good investment to the Department of Senior Services, multi-purpose programming, adult day, and neighborhood senior centers.
Well, Adisa, it is always a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And to engage in any of the programs of the Senior Services Department, just contact the Star Line or check out those services online. Meanwhile, Senior Center staff are learning the importance of providing 5-star customer service. The lesson is coming from the county's Human Resources Training Division at the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Facility and the Dorothy C. Benson Senior Complex. Now, the program is a part of the county's commitment to customer service excellence.
The Senior Services is so excited about offering this class to each of our employees. We know that with this specialized training that we will be able to offer 5-star customer service to our clients as well as to ourselves, internal and external customer service. Because we care, we serve.
The customer service training is key when you consider that Fulton County has 4 senior multi-purpose facilities and 14 neighborhood senior centers. Staff serves 180 residents in the adult day program, over 5,700 residents in the multi-purpose centers, and over 355 in the senior centers each year. Well, good news to share about the county's animal services. A new state-of-the-art veterinary and adoption clinic is now open. Lifeline Animal Project, the organization that manages the Fulton and DeKalb animal shelters, has opened the one-of-a-kind Lifeline Community Animal Center at 3180 Presidential Drive in Atlanta. The new center, with room for nearly 280 animals, features a low-cost, full-service veterinary clinic. Staff can now service more animals from the Fulton and DeKalb shelters and facilitate up to 2,000 adoptions per year.
The name of the building is the Lifeline Anissa Telwar Caker Community Animal Center, and Anissa is one of our very first supporters. She supported us, gave us our very first donation in 2002 when Lifeline was a fledgling little nonprofit. She actually donated money to pay our first year's rent on our building.
The goal of the Community Animal Center is to, 1, keep more animals from being surrendered to shelters by providing the affordable wellness care, and 2, help every adoptable animal find a new home. Abandoned or lost children who find themselves in the care of the sheriff's deputies will now be comforted in a special way. A local resident is donating quilts that she made to be placed in patrol cars for deputies. Lieutenant Siobhan Edwards says after she presented safety tips at a Alpharetta Golden Age Club meeting, Miss Joanne Fambosi made the offer to the sheriff's office. There are more than 30 quilts, each with a unique and colorful design.
And she explained to me that she had a lot and that she wanted to donate them to a law enforcement agency to place them in patrol cars. And for that reason, she wanted them to be given to kids who were approached that are, lost or abandoned.
Now the hope is these quilts will offer comfort to the children during what is often a very stressful situation. Sheriff Ted Jackson and his staff say they are thankful for Miss Fambosi's thoughtful gifts. Very nice. And still to come on Fulton Today, how Fulton officials offer international health outreach to Guyana. It's part of our district-by-district coverage next. Fulton aids a South American city with protection devices to reduce the possibility of sexually transmitted diseases. And election officials remind residents of early voting ahead of the special runoff election. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage. We begin with Chairman Rob Pitts and the county's donation to the Republic of Guyana. Fulton's Board of Health team honored the request of the Honorary Consul General of the South American city for help in Guyana's effort to reduce sexually transmitted diseases.
Today we're presenting and donating to them 2,000 condoms as well as some literature that's directed and will be used by the young people there, so to help to begin to combat this problem of teenage pregnancy and HIV/AIDS.
According to the World Health Organization, Guyana has one of the highest prevalence rates of HIV infection in Latin America and the Caribbean, second only to Haiti. Now, the CDC has collaborated with Guyana since 2002 in response to its HIV and AIDS epidemic, and now Fulton County government is partnering as well. District 4 Commissioner Natalie Hall enjoys another Streets Alive event in partnership with the Atlanta Bicycle Coalition. Several county departments activated information booths to offer residents details about Fulton services. Even the county's 2020 census team was there. Streets Alive is an annual event in which city streets are blocked for vendors, including community, civic, and government agencies, in addition to nonprofits. This is the second year the commissioner has participated. In District 5, county officials joined the celebration for the county's first solar project at the Cleveland Avenue Library.
We're glad to lead the county here in District 5 with sustainability efforts. But it's really just a matter of taking advantage again of your natural resources. The sun is there, it's providing power, so I'm glad to see that we are taking advantage of it. We're probably 20 years late, but we're going to be 20 years ahead, because now we're getting it started, and we'll be expanding to other branches and other Fulton County facilities.
Though it's undergoing renovations, the Cleveland Avenue branch is one of several county libraries and senior facilities receiving solar panels to help reduce the county's carbon footprint by reducing electricity costs and CO2 output. Based on the average cost of electricity at the Cleveland Avenue branch, the solar panels will save enough to pay for the install in 5 to 6 years. The solar panel installation project was made possible because the Department of Real Estate and Asset Management, known as DREAM, won a solar rebate grant through the Georgia Environmental Finance Authority's solar program. The financial contribution cuts the total project cost in half. And finally, District 6 residents who don't exercise their right to vote early this week will have to cast ballots on Election Day. After this week's Monday through Friday early voting from 8:30 to 6 p.m., voters will have to go to their assigned precincts for the runoff election on October 15th. Now, here is your reminder of who is on the ballot in both the District 6 Board of Commissioners race and the Atlanta Board of Education District 2 race. You can visit FultonElections.com for more information. Now, you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with a rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And still to come on Fulton Today, highlighting the free and low-cost services the county provides for those struggling with addiction or behavioral health challenges. Stay with us. Fulton's HIV/AIDS Prevention, Care, and Policy Advisory Committee invites the public to weigh in on the county's strategy to end the epidemic. Subcommittees of the group conducted work sessions where residents were allowed to comment on what they call the gaps and priorities of that still developing strategy.
I really appreciate people taking the time to share their personal experiences, their personal stories, and to be vulnerable enough to say, this is what's kept me from getting into care, or this is what would help me and other people like me.
Millions of federal grant dollars to help address and end the epidemic are up for grabs for metro counties.
This is money that we're hoping will come down from Congress if passed, and it will come to Ryan White Part A here, which is at Fulton County government.
Now, once done with its work, the HIV/AIDS Prevention, Care, and Policy Advisory Committee will formalize its recommendations and then present them to the Fulton County Board of Commissioners for approval. Fulton's behavioral health professionals wrap up a month-long observance all about recovery. And in the final days, the team hosted an open house with opened arms. Melissa Lewis explains.
Does anyone have any questions about anything?
It was an open forum for anyone to ask anything about a topic that they may find hard to address: mental illness. Yet, at the South Fulton Service Center, county staff with the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities wanted to answer as many questions as possible to get those who seek assistance all the help they need.
We're holding an open house at the South Fulton Service Center where the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities offers behavioral health services here. And so we're having the open house as a way for the opportunity, as a way for the community to know that we're here providing services for individuals in the South Fulton area, and just so they can familiarize themselves with the services as well as network with other providers.
This open house was just one of the host of county events as a part of National Recovery Month. Fulton provides behavioral health services every day for children, adolescents, emerging adults, and adults. The county has engaged 2 organizations to provide the services: River Edge Behavioral Health for adults and Chris 180 for children and adolescents.
We offer a variety of services. Our clients are happy to get the services. They love that we are caring and concerned about helping them to grow with their situations of mental illness or their mental challenges.
The month kicked off downtown at the Fulton Government Center with the Together We Are Stronger Recovery Fair, and then a town hall forum in North Fulton with the same theme. It was at the forum where county leaders revealed their public service announcement campaign, and finally, the open house where staff wanted to give people access to real care.
We do the same thing at all our sites. All our sites are we're low to no barriers so that people can access services immediately. So after intake is done, we try to get them to see nursing so that they can start attending services the next day, so that we can capture them when they're at their most motivated.
Motivated to change their lives for the better, one day at a time. To get information about the behavioral health services, call 404-613-1053. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Melissa Lewis.
Thank you very much, Melissa. Meanwhile, a busy summer of natural disasters and local emergencies has Fulton employees rolling up their sleeves to help save a life. The Fulton Government Center atrium was once again transformed into a blood bank where county staffers and residents doing business in the building stopped to donate.
We collect blood for the community. We collect blood for the hospitals. All blood types are welcome. From 17 until 90, you can come in and donate blood.
Each quarter, Fulton County hosts a number of blood drives to help the American Red Cross stock its supply.
I just think that everybody, if they can, should try to contribute when they can. It's a worthy cause, and it's always needed.
You know, I've been coming down here for many years now. I've been giving blood for many years, been coming here to Fulton County for good. So I'm glad that you guys do offer it here at the county central location. I just got off MARTA and walked a couple blocks from 5 Points, and so it makes it easy to come and donate the gift of life.
Now, the Red Cross is accepting blood donations every week at various locations. You can visit redcrossblood.org to get more details. And up next on Fulton Today, celebrating 40 years of arts and culture. Stay with us. Fulton's library team helped some residents start the journey to a new career. OC Library staff hosted a career in college fair at the Alpharetta City Hall. The event gave residents the opportunity to connect with members of the Metro Atlanta community for internships, volunteer, and career positions. College, medical, government, retail, and business organizations were all on site to meet face-to-face with attendees.
People were able to really get a good idea of what kind of jobs are out there, have the opportunity to do some interviews on the spot, learn about employment opportunities, and also learn about college applications and what that process looks like.
This career and college fair is normally held at the OC Library. Well, since the branch is closed for renovations, the venue switched to the Alpharetta City Hall. Just be sure to log on to afbls.org to find out when and where the next career and job fair will take place. And finally, it's kind of an over-the-hill celebration for the Department of Arts and Culture. County commissioners kicked off the month of October by presenting a proclamation to the arts and culture staff for 40 years of service to Fulton County residents.
We're very excited to be acknowledging 40 years of arts and culture in Fulton County. We have a robust number of activities that we will be providing throughout the county, free to our residents and to the public. And we're very excited about all the things that we've been able to accomplish over the 40 years and the legacy that Fulton County has established.
All month long, department staff will celebrate 40 years in a number of ways. Starting this week through the 18th, there's an exhibition featuring emerging artists only at the 34 Peachtree Gallery. Beats and Brush Strokes on Friday, October 18th at the Aviation Community Cultural Center is an evening of music and group painting while grooving to the tunes of a live band. There is a cost to register for that event. You can call 404-612-8600 to learn more. And you can take part in free family portraits at various locations within the county's 6 districts. You can log on again to fultonarts.org to see a complete list of the 40th anniversary events. Happy anniversary to them. And before we go, our reminder that we want to connect with you online. Be sure to follow FGTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for up-to-date Fulton County news. And you can watch a replay of this show and any other FGTV program anytime on our YouTube channel. So please subscribe. And that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis Rucker. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.